Hey guys, Neely here, and I am coming in with my meal plan for this upcoming week of the Whole30. This is week number 2, and I have my Ruthie back there. She's just reading a book. What you reading?
I don't know.
I think it's a book of fairy tales. She's also learning about making baby food, apparently. And she also has a Spanish-English dictionary over there, because, you gotta have that. Never know when you're gonna need it. Gotta study your Spanish, right, Rue? Do you know some Spanish?
No.
You do. She plays a Spanish game on the tablet where she learns Spanish words. You know the word for house. Remember? What's the word for house?
I don't know.
Oh, you need to play the game more, apparently. Anyways, I have my meal plan ready that I wanted to share with you guys. This will be week number 2 for us, and last week went really well. I'm hoping this week goes even better. Now that I know a lot of the meals that my family really likes, I've been very happy with how my family has enjoyed the meals that I've made and not complained very much. And they seem to be like adjusting, their tastes are adjusting, and so they're not, it seems like the little girls are not craving as much. Like they were eating a lot of corn chips and what else? Some other stuff like that a lot recently, and it seems like their tastes are changing, and Ruthie is asking for like more things like boiled eggs and protein rather than just asking for carbs all the time. So that has been really positive. I've been really happy about that. So even though they're not 100% on Whole30, I do see that their tastes are changing a little bit and their diets are definitely improving. And my husband too, his diet is definitely improving and he's happy with how it is. So things are going good. So let me turn this around and show you what I have for a meal plan. All right, it's a little more filled out than the one last week. I kind of know a little bit more what I'm doing here, so it's a little easier to plan a little more. For breakfasts, this is what I've got. These are, a lot of this is just repeats from last week. We kind of just do the same things over and over for breakfast, and it just works out well. I made all that pork sausage last week. So pork sausage, boiled eggs, and roasted sweet potatoes, apple chicken sausage, scrambled eggs, and roasted potatoes. And that's kind of the 2 meals that I have been doing most mornings. I have them down here, repeat Monday, repeat Tuesday. And they have been very filling, easy for me to pack for my husband when I need to pack him his breakfast. Sometimes I have to pack him 3 meals for when he leaves because he's just gone for so long. So I have those. Those are easy and just what I always have in the fridge and ready to go. I'm going to try to do an egg casserole. I may try to do like egg bake cups so that they're easy to pack. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it, I guess. And then this, I'm going to do taco chicken hash, either with sweet potatoes or potatoes. And if you notice up here for dinner the night before, I have the fajita stuffed potatoes and sweet potatoes like I did last week. And I'm just going to plan on making extra of the chicken and try to do like a taco chicken hash with peppers and, yeah, peppers, maybe mushrooms, and sweet potatoes or potatoes, and maybe some like shredded carrots or something like that in there to try to get a veggie in. And then have that with fried eggs. And then I got repeat Monday and Tuesday. And then for our Sunday family breakfast, where we all sit down and have a nice breakfast together, I'm going to do bacon butternut pear hash with poached eggs. I put a link last time to the bacon butternut apple hash that I did have done before that's really good, and I'm just going to do the same thing except do pear instead of apple and have that with poached eggs. Then for lunches, mostly it's just, these are 3 options and then plus leftovers, so it's not necessarily that I'm going to have these 3 things on these 3 days. It's just these are the options that we can have for lunch, plus whatever's left over in the fridge. Crispy chicken BLT wraps, lettuce wraps, that's what I made this week, and my husband told me this morning that those were his favorite, so I'm definitely going to make those several times, and they're easy to pack into his lunch. So I'm going to try to make a lot of those, because he really enjoyed those. And that's the crispy chicken that I make with the sweet potato breaded chicken strips that I have my video on. And then another option, chicken strips, roasted potatoes, raw veggies. Raw veggies kind of goes with every meal. Whenever someone's hungry and they've already eaten everything that's available, I say, we'll just go have some sliced cucumbers or veggies or fruit. That's been the filler. And then I'm going to do some barbecue pork lettuce wraps. I'm going to try the barbecue sauce from the Whole30 book. I have not tried that yet, but it looked good. And here the night before, I have the apple bacon pork roast. And so with leftovers from that, I'm going to try to shred that up and mix it with some barbecue sauce and do like a pulled pork type lettuce wrap. And as long as it's not too terribly messy, I will be able to pack that for my husband. And then leftovers, just whatever is in the fridge for other lunches. Don't need to plan too intensely for the rest of the lunches. Then for dinners, I have on Monday chicken, cabbage, and potatoes. That's like a sauteed chicken, sauteed cabbage, and then sauteed. I may roast the potatoes and then toss them in at the end, or cook them in the Instant Pot and then dice them up and toss them in at the end. I'm not sure yet. And then roasted carrots. Like I already said, apple bacon pork roast. I am going to attempt this. I found a recipe for a slow cooker recipe for this, and it does have like added brown sugar, so I'm obviously not going to be putting that in. So I'm going to adjust the recipe, but I'll link down below to the recipe that I'm kind of basing this off of, and I'll let you know what I do to adjust it and how it turns out. I'm just going to have some roasted veggies and roasted squash with that, like butternut squash or the delicata squash from our garden. We have lots of that needs to be used. And then on Wednesday, fajita stuffed potatoes and sweet potatoes like we had last week that were amazing. I just did potatoes and sweet potatoes cooked in the Instant Pot. So it's kind of like baked potatoes, but they were cooked in the Instant Pot. And then we had the taco chicken and what else? The fajita vegetables, peppers and onions and mushrooms. And then pico de gallo on top. That made it, that was like the thing that made it. It was so good. And then a spicy sauce that I make with the homemade mayo and chili powder and Frank's Red Hot sauce, garlic, onion, and I think that was about it. And, oh, salt and pepper, obviously, of course. Always. And then Thursday, we're going to do fish sticks and tartar sauce, and that's again the sweet potato breaded fish, just the same as I do with the chicken strips. Sweet potato flour breaded, and then the homemade tartar sauce with the homemade mayo, and I use spicy pickles, homemade spicy pickles that I dice up, and the spicy pickle juice, and then add some spices on top of that as well. Roasted sweet potatoes with that. Then on Friday, we're going to do buffalo wings and roasted potatoes again. We had that last night, the buffalo wings at least, and I think it might become a regular Friday night thing because that was really good and they were very easy. So buffalo wings on Friday, and then I have here ketchup day, and that's because on my meal plan last week, there was a day that I ended up not making whatever it was on plan, and we just ended up having leftovers because we had extra of something or other. And so I figure one of these won't happen. And so on Saturday, whatever I didn't make throughout the week, I will just go ahead and make on Saturday. And then I'm doing the same thing I did last Sunday, which is the creamy soup with a creamy potato soup with bacon. And it has a lot of veggies in there too. And then we'll have raw veggies on the side with that. But that worked out really well to stick in the Instant Pot before I left for church. And then when I got home, it was all ready to just throw the last couple ingredients in. And it was a quick and easy Sunday afternoon lunch / dinner that I didn't have to, just come home and start cooking right away. So that worked out really well. And then snacks, about the same thing as last week. Just ideas for snacks. I don't plan those out for each day. But fruit, nuts, dried fruit. I got 2 big bags of dried fruit from Costco. Dried mango and dried apricots, both with no added sugar, of course. And the kids have been enjoying that, and my husband as well. And I've been trying to stay away from it as much as I can, which I've been doing pretty good at. And then coconut milk smoothies for them, not for me. Boiled eggs. The kids are starting to enjoy boiled eggs for a snack, which is a new thing, which is very nice. That's a good, healthy snack and very easy. And then gluten-free or grain-free waffles, and that's mainly for the kids. Those are the same ones that I make. Those are not on Whole30 because they're a waffle. Even though they are grain-free and they are no added sugar, it's just has applesauce as the little tiny bit of sweetener. But the kids love those, and I will be making a big batch of them, and they will be able to have those whenever they need to. That makes it really easy because I make a huge batch, and then I have bags of them in the fridge, and the kids can grab those whenever they need them. And I think that's about it. So this is my meal plan for this upcoming week. I will link down below to any recipes that I have. And if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.